Have you ever felt that lump in your throat, that knot in your stomach, when you're about to do something that truly terrifies you? Maybe it's speaking in front of a crowd, starting a new business, or even just telling someone how you really feel. We often get this idea stuck in our heads that brave people, the truly courageous ones, don't feel fear at all. We picture them as superheroes, completely immune to doubt and anxiety. But what if I told you that's one of the biggest myths out there? Courage isn't about being fearless. That's not courage. That's a lack of imagination. Real courage is feeling that fear, acknowledging it, looking it right in the eye, and still taking that step forward. It's not about the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. It's the profound wisdom to understand what is truly worth your fear, and what is just noise, a phantom in your mind holding you back. Think about it. We spend so much of our lives being afraid of the wrong things. We fear failure. We're terrified of looking foolish, of trying something and not succeeding on the first attempt. But what is failure, really? It's not an endpoint. It's a teacher. Every stumble, every mistake, every time you fall flat on your face, you're learning something invaluable. You're learning what doesn't work. You're gathering data. Failure is the tuition you pay for success. The truly successful people aren't the ones who never failed. They're the ones who failed the most, but learned from every single setback. So, don't fear failure. Fear the missed opportunity to learn. We also fear change. We get comfortable in our routines, in our familiar surroundings, even if they're not making us happy. The unknown is scary. A new job, a new city, a new relationship, it's all a giant question mark. But stagnation is the real enemy. Change is the engine of growth. A tree can't grow without shedding its old leaves. A caterpillar can't become a butterfly without going through a radical transformation. You can't reach your full potential by staying exactly where you are. So, don't fear change. Fear a life where you never evolve, never grow, never discover the next, better version of yourself. And what about the fear of being alone? This one is deep-seated. We're social creatures, and the thought of solitude can feel like a punishment. We fill our lives with noise, with distractions, with people, just to avoid being alone with our own thoughts. But being alone and being lonely are two very different things. Solitude is where you find yourself. It's in those quiet moments, when the world fades away, that you can finally hear your own voice, understand your own desires, and connect with your deepest self. It's how you build a strong enough foundation to connect with others in a meaningful way, not from a place of need, but from a place of wholeness. Don't fear being alone. Fear losing yourself in the crowd. So, what is left to fear? If failure, change, and solitude are just stepping stones, what is the real monster under the bed? I believe the only thing truly worth fearing is a life unlived. A life filled with what-ifs and should-haves. The only real tragedy is looking back from your final days and realizing you never chased that dream, never took that risk, never sang your song all, because you were afraid to fall. That is the one failure you can't learn from, the one regret that can't be undone. The fear of a safe, quiet, and unfulfilled existence should be the loudest voice in your head. True courage, the kind that changes lives, begins the moment you make a decision. The moment you stop running away from what scares you and start running toward what you want. It's when you pivot from avoiding pain to pursuing purpose. Your fear doesn't just disappear. Instead, you learn to walk with it. You let it be the passenger, but you are the one driving the car. You are the one choosing the destination. Your purpose is your North Star. When you know why you're doing something, the how becomes less daunting. When your mission is bigger than your fear shrinks in comparison. Are you scared of starting that YouTube channel? Of course. But if your purpose is to share a message that can help people, that purpose becomes your fuel. Are you scared of moving across the country for a new opportunity? Absolutely. Absolutely. But if your purpose is to build a life that truly excites you, that purpose becomes your map. Start small. Courage is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Do one small thing today that scares you. Send that email. Sign up for that class. Have that difficult conversation. Each small act of bravery builds momentum. It proves to yourself that you can handle the discomfort, that you can survive the uncertainty. You'll start to realize that the monsters in your head are almost always bigger than the ones in reality. So, the next time you feel that fear creeping in, ask yourself a simple question. Is this something truly worth fearing, or is it just a barrier between me and the life I want to live? Is this fear protecting me, or is it imprisoning me? Courage is knowing the difference. It's knowing what not to fear. Don't fear the journey. Fear never taking the first step. Your adventure is waiting. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this message resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content to help you live a more courageous and fulfilling life. I'd love to hear in the comments about one fear you're ready to face. Let's support each other. Until next time, be brave.